And so we would have like these little private conversations. But we want everybody to know what we're talking about. So we would say, yo, Hateration, name and name, this and that. We had like this whole language.
Mm.
And everybody and on our team just kind of fell into that language. And I said, when creating Family Affair, which was a fluke, which was like a fluke song, like it wasn't like something that I, that I was like particular about, like meaning like I didn't go in to write that song. I didn't go in to write "Don't need no hateration, holleration in this dancery." I didn't go in to write that. I wrote a whole nother song with the same melody, and that song was like terrible. And I had an artist that I was working with at the time, and like I said, budgets used to be really cool then. You had your weed budgets and drink budgets and things like that, right? And we were in the studio, and while we were waiting for the other two girls, um, that that were going to come on and write with me as well, I have a question. My good friend Asia, Paula, and her good friend China, who uh, God rest her spirit, she just passed away a couple of days ago. Asia just called me the other day and just told me that she passed away. So, God rest China spirit. But we were, I was waiting on them, and I was kind of like flopping around the studio, like, and just doing this do hateration, holleration, rateration, and just playing around. And
Mm.
my artist at the time was saying, "Yo, that right there is dope.
Absolutely.
That's dope." And I was going, "What? No, that's not dope. Like, that's retarded. Like, we need to write a good record." Like, you know what I mean? We had already finished up pretty much the No More Drama album. I had written a big majority of the songs on the album, and I was A&R on the album. And I was like, no, 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 no. And I was a kid too. I was like 17, 18, maybe. And I was like, no, no, this is like, no. He was like, no, that's dope. That's dope. And I was like, no, we're doing this song. And I sang that song. And I promise you, that song, as I think about it now, I'm like, Jesus Christ, what if that was the song, right? The song, it was like so bad. Same melody, but just the lyrics were really bad, right? And he when the girls finally got in, and they was like, "All right," and we played the track, and they was like, "Oh, that's dope." Da, da, da. He's like, "Yo, what you got?" And I sang the the lyrics that I wrote down to the song that I was really thinking in mind with that same melody, right? Da, 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 da. I don't even want to say the lyrics. Realistic, right? It was like da 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 da, right? And it was like, and look, and everybody was like, and I was like, right? And it was like, that's like, and no, at the time, you know, they were kind of trying to make their way up and everything like that. So they didn't want to really say to me, who, like, that shit's whack. You know what I'm saying? So they didn't say that. And my boy goes, that shit is whack. I told
In front of everybody?
huh? In front of everybody. I mean, it was just only us. And so he said, sing the other thing you were singing. Sing the other thing you were saying. I'm like, and so I did though, because I remember that, and everybody knows that like people that know me that know I got like this elephant memory, so I can remember like everything, right? So I'm like, so I sing it, down the hateration, holleration in this victory, and it was like that's fire, and then we just expanded on that, and then next thing you know, we had Family Affair. Yeah.
That's so awesome. Like, thank you for sharing the background and the history of a classic record. Like, that is classic hip hop, classic R&B. Anybody who is any sort of music fan or wants to call themselves a true like music head, if you don't know that song, then you are not. Okay, like that is just not the truth.
Right.
And we say dancery, at least in my friend group, we say in the dancery all the time. all the time. It's like, don't put that up in the dancery, like
Right, right.
wholeheartedly. So thank you for giving us lingo, 20 years later,
Yeah.
and like, I don't know, being a pioneer for the culture. Like, I love that.